jump off. I have a parade this morning.
Hi.
Dog, please.
Well, I
Jeez.
wanted to say a huge congratulations to Arlene on her diamond status.
Thank
So
you.
awesome. You've been
Thank
working so hard, posting every single day and your stories, and
Thank you.
So
Yay.
exciting.
It's kind of,
if I watch
Yeah.
the dog, that means bring it to mommy.
uh-huh.
Please. I stopped my workout like 7 times. She was untying my shoes. She was like, my helper was being attacked.
That's so funny. And a huge shout out to Sandra for getting her emerald status and
Yay.
pretty much
Yay.
securing the emerald status with the amount of people she's had sign up this month. Right? What'd you get? Another 2? You have 2 on each side now?
Mm-hmm.
And working
awesome.
on the third, I think.
Yay!
Yay.
So great. Yep, just
Thank
keep
you.
going, Emerald.
And I have to say, Lauren and Sandra, your posts, Lauren, your food posts have been awesome. Carrie and I were talking about it
Yummy.
the other day, like the importance of really focusing on nutrition, like for this, and the fact that like both programs are involved in it and all of that. And you have been rocking it with your stories and all of it. So keep it up. You make me very hungry.
Yes.
Yeah, I know.
I know. If I lived near you, I literally
Sorry.
would look at a post and just come right over. I'd be like, where's mine?
I do live near her.
Yeah.
And I want her to bring it to me.
You're not a sweets person though, Christine.
I know, but Brian just goes, but I am. But like, I'll take, Brian just goes, that shit she makes looks so good all the time.
Come, take a run over, have something to eat, and then just run back.
Well, ride bikes. Running is a little far. You're far from me for a run. Because then I'd have to
That's
run back
true.
on a full belly.
It's so funny.
Yeah.
Well, okay, so Arlene, is there any summit plan update that you can share?
So I think we're going to do something Saturday. Katie and I talked. It's a long day. And with social distancing, trying to make it all work. So I think we have made a final decision. It kind of dropped off here, but I'm thinking the super workout everyone should do at home, maybe, because it's going to be hot. It's going to be 88. I have no problem everyone do it in my backyard, but you guys are going to be all sweaty. You can jump in the pool. But I think the 2:00 time, right, is the general session.
I can look
Or
up.
there's 2 options. We have the 2:00 time or the 7:30 at nighttime. So I had 2 options in my head. Are you guys hearing? Everyone come at like 1:00. Bring like your own snack. Bring your own goodies. I will supply, decorate, do all that stuff. And then, or we can get dressed up a little bit and everybody come over like at 6:30. We can order dinner in and we can watch the 7:30 show together and make it a little bit more fancier. I just kind of want to feel at you guys what you are more comfortable with. I will do anything. My husband and I, we set the TV up. I can put as many TVs up as possible outside to stream from. I just think it'd be fun to watch together. I have masks. My bathroom has a sanitizer in it that you can spray down the toilet if it makes you get creepy. I just know that it's a long day if we're social distancing, and I don't want to like put any pressure on anyone who's uncomfortable. So I'm trying to feel you guys out. Are you better off with like a midday thing, or you want to kind of like dress a little nicer in sundresses and come at night? I'm trying to figure out where we get the most information from and where it would be the most beneficial. Like if we bring new coaches, I know KD wants to bring Alana and, bring new people. So I was kind of like trying to figure out you guys can stay all day. If you want to come at 1, we can order dinner at 6 and stay till 7:30. I have no problem with that. I technically was going to be away anyway.
I know. I totally forgot that we were going to be away this week. Like since COVID happened, like we never bought our ticket. Like I had never bought my ticket. I actually just said, I'm like, oh my God, I have to see if we got reimbursed, because we got reimbursed already, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I have to go back and check that.
And the hotel called me and canceled the rooms because the hotel is not even open. So we couldn't even go there if we tried right now.
Yeah.
Which I should probably check to make sure they canceled all my rooms. Okay. I don't have a credit card on it anyway. But yeah, so my point is this. So I'm trying to feel you guys out. I know you guys have busy days and you have kids. I have no kids. So
I just have to look. We might actually, it's this coming Saturday, right?
It's a
So it's
Saturday.
we might be upstate. Our tiny home is being delivered next week.
Nice.
So it might be delivered on Friday. So I'm very excited about it, but like we have to go up and still cut down a tree and something to make sure they can get up. So I might be upstate for it, but if not, then I'll be around.
Okay. So you guys want more of a 1 o'clock midday thing and hang out in the backyard? I mean, you're welcome to use the pool if you feel that you need to jump in.
Hold
Or do
on,
we-
Chris, 1 second. Chris, we're on, we're good. Okay, sorry. She just messaged you to know if it was a call.
The 2 o'clock, one.
Carrie, can we just back up 1 second? Because Chris probably has no idea what we're talking about.
Okay.
We're talking
She's
about
frozen.
Summit. Next week
I hate
is
the
Summit.
internet.
And it's actually really awesome. Carrie and I were talking about this the other day, that everybody who's new and getting into this and like, or had conflicts and was wanted to go this summer and couldn't go and stuff, like, it's so awesome that we're all going to get to experience this virtually, like, and get all of this information, where like we used to try and record like little snippets of it.
That's what I'm
for
saying.
everybody and post it and stuff. Like, you guys are all going to have access to such inspirational and motivational information, like right on hand. So Chris, that's what we're talking about. I sent the message for the app to download it, because it's Summit is like Beachbody's big annual event. All the trainers come every day. There's different workouts that we get to do live with them. They do different motivational talks and different seminars on like beginning coaching,
There's an
diamond
image.
coaching, how to build your business, but it all comes from like the top of the top Beachbody people. So we're excited about it. We just want to make sure everybody understands it, because a lot of you guys
It's
haven't.
supposed to be in New Orleans this year, right?
Yeah.
And now it's virtual.
Yes. So that's what we're kind of talking about, is getting access to it and being able to maybe try and get together. Where'd she go?
We lost her.
She
I'm
was like,
trying
"Oh,
to find, there was an
feeling
image that posted about the whole schedule. You're frozen.
You know, I think that my app got deleted, which is so bizarre because I can't find it on my phone. And I just got an update about Summit yesterday, but I keep
Yeah.
searching for it. I can't find where the app is.
But there was a whole image, like a whole,
What, is it purple? Is the
yeah,
app?
it's like purple. The app is,
the app is white, and it says Team Beachbody Events. It says TBB Events, white with
Okay.
like blue logo on it. And I posted in
Yeah, there it is.
Rush the little bit of, I'm just trying to look, Monday 9 a.m. UK Summit, Tuesday 9 a.m. keynote speaker 11 a.m.
right. And
Team
so,
Rush, I put it like what they posted the other day.
Okay, so one of the things I wanted to say too, I know we all just started MBF, but there's workouts every day that go along with Summit.
right.
So like I'm okay with stopping and doing those workouts, because the thing is, if we were at Summit, that's what we would be doing anyway.
Right.
And
No, we'd be doing double workouts because we'd be meeting in the hotel lobby.
I don't
She's
think I could
right.
do
They're all crazy.
No, because
But
we
I do want to say it's awesome that everybody's getting a chance to see it, but it cannot, it'll give you a preview, but it cannot match the experience of going.
No.
Like it's like nothing we could really put into words and explain to you, because it is, there's just so much motivation and inspiration, and seeing that many people come together and seeing the enormity of it, like it really puts things into perspective for you.
Right.
And hearing the stories, you know, live. Like I remember my very first Summit, and Shaun T was one of the keynote speakers, and I just remember sobbing, like literally sobbing in the huge arena, and just being like, oh my God, like I felt like at that moment my life was just changing, you know. And I think like you do need to make it on your list of things to do and go and experience, because it is one of those life-changing things.
But that's what I'm trying to figure out. What would be more life-changing for everyone to be in the same room with? Is it the 2 o'clock one on Saturday, or is it the closing ceremonies? Because I remember the year we couldn't go, Carrie, watching the closing ceremonies and be like, oh, can't wait to go next year. Can't wait to go next year. Like what event can portray it all, you know? Because
I
Carl talking is not motivating to me. You know what I mean?
Well, we can also do watch parties in our group and try
Yeah.
and stream it. So
We have to
Yeah.
because I'm
maybe we'll set up a link and like each one of us can take an event and stream it in our page so that like it's not all on just one person to do.
Sadly, one of my favorite things is the super workout. Like
yes.
I just think there's nothing like that when you have just thousands upon thousands of people flooding the streets and all doing the same workout at the same time. And it's just like, you know, so I mean, we can all Zoom and do the workout, but that's not really different from what we normally do.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Do you all want to come over here and work out in my grass? It's not, I don't know if it's going to be the same.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
it'll probably be weather permitting as well
Right.
as the storm
Sure. That could
enters
really.
on up.
So I don't know. So you guys tell me, are you better with an afternoon or you want to come over at night, make it a nighttime thing? I know it's my husband's birthday the next day, so we mentioned going out for dinner, but I was like, nope, this is Summit. I wouldn't be here. So
What's the thing on at 2:00? When is that? That's not Kindra Hall, right? That's not that.
I can't find
On 2
Oh,
o'clock,
I'm
it says
half. Hold
11
on, I
a.m.
can tell you.
It says 11 a.m. general session, 4:30 p.m. Oh, this is Pacific time.
yeah, you got to watch
Celebration.
Why does it say that all the workouts are at 12 a.m.?
Because it's Pacific time, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Then it's at 3 a.m.?
Right. I don't know.
This mean, is it not live? Like, is it just, you can get it all day?
I think you can get it all day.
Okay.
My understanding is that it's available all day.
Yeah. Oh, because you have to remember everything is Pacific time on here, I think.
Right.
And Georgie tagged us, and I think I tried to put it over to Team Crush what were they, Georgie? The Canva story things for Summit,
Right.
right? I'm like, I can't think what they're called.
Yeah, I already put them on my phone,
Good.
so they're ready.
Yeah, and that's a good thing to do if you haven't done it yet, is to see, like, download the stories so that you have them. And Carrie was working on trying, she added in the Google Drive a recognition folder in Team Crush for our Diamond and Emerald changes. So we're going to continue the tweak.
Yeah, it might need some tweaking. Georgie, I spent like 4 hours on it the other night.
So she did start to try and do
Having
that.
issues.
Is it editable?
I don't know. How do you make it editable? That's the
I don't know. I've never done that before. That's where you that's what Lori did. That's how we have those stories.
I
that are
know. I'm
editable.
thinking she probably pays for a membership. I'm like, oh, this is something else I have to buy. I don't know.
I'm going to
So
send
just to answer you, that session on Saturday, it would actually be, the 2 o'clock session is Ashley Molstead.
Ooh. I feel like that would be good, but I don't know. But then I like the nighttime one too.
But you're welcome to stay. I mean, I just don't know. You guys have kids and you have a life and it's going to be hot but
Let's see.
I just sent you the schedule. Oh, it doesn't tell you who's speaking though. Okay.
So we'll continue to chat, figure that out. Like, maybe we'll put something in the message
I
thread.
don't think that
Put it
the
on the
closing
page.
ceremony has a big speaker. I think that's all recognition.
That's
and,
what I'm thinking.
and that's the Beachbody Challenge winner.
Right. I think we're better off with the 2 o'clock general session. I think that's where we left. Like,
Right.
oh, we're frozen again. I got to get out of this house.
So
Yeah.
we'll just put a little thing in the page to see. And Arlene, thank you for hosting.
So let's do the 2 o'clock because I remember being very bored at the closing ceremony because you're right, Carrie. It's about the winner and it's about all the ranks and all the higher upper people. And it was kind of boring at that point. We left early. So why don't we do it at 2 o'clock? Everybody come at 12:30, whatever. I could put out some munchies, but I would think everyone should kind of bring something that they want to eat only because then we're not double dipping and grabbing and I don't know. That's the way I've been hosting my barbecues. Everyone kind of brings their own snacky poo.
Okay.
Because of germies. But you tell me. I have no problem putting out.
No, that sounds good.
a spread. We can all just make a dish. You know, it's just there's so many. Some people get so crazy and nervous.
Hey, Kristen.
Hi, sorry, I just woke up.
Good for you. That's awesome.
I know. Weird.
I'm glad that you're on though, because it was just before we were shouting out Arlene and Sandra, and now we can shout you out as well.
Yay.
Congratulations on your Emerald status.
Thank you. You guys too. It's exciting.
It is exciting.
It's exciting to
Congratulations.
see everybody really getting into it and getting motivated and inspiring one another and sharing. So it's awesome. Congratulations. You guys all deserve it.
Thank you. Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
help.
We were just talking a little bit about Summit, but we will also still want to talk about MBF
Yes.
and how we're progressing with it and where we're putting our new people and stuff like that. So I don't know, Carrie, if you want to share a little bit about what we were thinking.
Well, it's the same that we've been talking about. We just have to stay active in the Can't Burn group, which I know some of you really have been, which is great. I know it's like hard because you're double posting right now, but you're posting the same thing. So whatever you post to our regular Facebook challenge group, you're posting to our Can't Burn check-in as well, just because there are people in there that haven't committed, don't know if they're going to do MBF with us, and it makes them see what it's like to be in a group with us. Even though a lot of them came from the running group and they saw it there, you know, they get more from these groups than they did in the running group. So we were really going to try to showcase the nutrition a little bit more, because I think if you haven't already realized, this is kind of unprecedented, like what Beachbody is doing right now. You buy a challenge pack, you are getting the trifecta happening. We're not just offering fitness and nutrition with support, we're offering 2 huge programs. When Ultimate Portion Fix launched, or when 2B Mindset launched, that program alone was $180. So now it's if you're already on Beachbody On Demand, you have to pay $130, which is less than, that's what a customer pays for Shakeology. You can have Shakeology, you get 2 nutrition programs, and you get a year, you have the Beachbody On Demand. It's really insane. And you get the bod ropes. So I've never seen anything like it. I think that Beachbody is certainly one of the smartest companies around. I love how they're very fluid. They're always changing to meet the needs of what's going on at that time. And I think, they follow through sort of the same thing that we talk about, my motto as a coach is always make sure you're doing the things, make sure you're taking care of you first, make sure, being the product of the product means, you're showing up for your workouts, you're using the products, you're working on your nutrition. It doesn't mean you're perfect. It doesn't mean you don't stumble, but you keep working on it. I think Beachbody does that same exact thing. They, those, vital behaviors, Beachbody does that in their business. So they're really, we're very fortunate to be a part of this. And I think that we should really maximize on what they're offering, because right now, everybody wants, if they haven't come around already, all those gym people, they are looking for something. And listen, some of them are going to go out and buy $1,000 Peloton bike, but really for
On back order.
$100, look at what we're freaking giving them, So if you're not talking about this, in your social media posts to your gym rat friends, on your stories, you're doing yourself and other people a disservice, because it's really ridiculous of what people can get, the value that they can get. And there's a time when people really need it. And everybody is thinking about their health, whether or not they're doing something about it right now. COVID's not going away. We have to learn how to deal with this, right? Or whatever the next virus COVID-like is going to be. This is a thing we now have to be considering all the time. And everybody's health should be, in the forefront of their mind. And we have a solution for that. We have a way to help people, not to cure COVID, but please don't say that. But, the best defense is a strong immune system. So this, what we do builds that. And it also helps on the mental front too, which I think is just as much a pandemic right now as the physical health. So.
And I
If you
want
guys haven't listened to Danielle Nuttelli's
Tony?
post, or is that how you say her? I don't know how you say her name, but she talked specifically about the nutrition. And I think a lot of people right now, because like the ropes are on back order and the shakes are on back order, the fact is like people can start to read about the nutrition and pick their plan, and just how incredible she thought that having two things to choose from and having all that information in front of you right away, because that is the most important part of being successful, is what you put in your body. So she's like, if people need to wait for the bod ropes, like they could still start the workouts. And she's like change the conversation about the nutritional part and just keep that sort of the priority. And I know I've seen a couple other posts too, just people are really upset about the ropes, but other people are like got the socks, or they ordered from Amazon or whatever it may be. But, it is a lot of people that wanted the program. So I guess, there's a great buzz about it.
Well, plus everything is messed up because of the pandemic. I mean, they're like freaking, I don't know why I pay for Amazon Prime, like I had to wait 3 weeks for something, and it was Prime.
I still can't get paper plates. I have Amazon Subscribe, like paper plates. I literally from the beginning. And also I love these cashews in these little packets. It's canceled every month. I'm like, who's ordering cashews right now?
I know. It's crazy. So like everybody has to be a little bit more reasonable, but let me just say, when anybody says about the bod ropes, 80-day obsession, one of our biggest programs, one of the programs where people got the craziest results, did this with air jump ropes. Like, the bod ropes will be awesome when we have them, but they're not going to affect your results. And you shouldn't be looking at this to do one round anyway. So, you look at them, you'll get the experience. Like, don't worry, get hung up about the ropes.
And it's just like she said, like with the modifications, it's like having, like not starting because you're going to be modifying. She's that whole, I forget what her name was, the transformation of the lady that lost 61 pounds, and she was doing push-ups against the wall. She modified every single workout for however many rounds. And, she probably never even picked up the bod ropes, stuff like that. So, and I think, Sandra, the way that you just changed that and like related it to an Amazon thing, that takes the emotion away from, oh, I can't start. And I'm not saying you specifically, but potential customers, like they don't have the bod ropes, I can't start. Then you start to decrease the stress and to decrease the emotionality with it. And you're just sharing the information. Chris and I were talking about this the other day because she was scared to reach out and talk to her best friend about this. And we would just like went through a conversation and we were like, well, she's asking you about something. And if you don't ask, she's going to go to somebody else and find somebody else, because like Carrie said, everybody is looking for something. We're sharing. You're doing yourself a disservice by not asking and inviting and taking the stress. This is something that I did as a beginner coach. I felt like it was such a sales thing, and it was like, how do I word this? And I would psych myself out of it, where Carrie and I were talking yesterday about inviting coaches, and I was like, you know what, I'm just taking these opportunities when people say things and just sending little voice messages. Someone wrote to me yesterday that she's been furloughed since April. And I was like, hey, listen, I know that this isn't really your thing, but if you want, I can train you and teach you and we can go into this. And she wrote back, if I'm not hired in 2 weeks, I'm going to be reaching back out. I didn't make it you have to coach and you have to do this and all of these other things. When we make it simple and keep it simple, just send the, hey, you interested? Hey, you want to join me? Loving this. It doesn't have to be, that first message doesn't have to be a huge, long message. And that's when it's salesy. When you're connecting in and talking and understanding what somebody needs, that's when it feels real and genuine. And I know that, a few of you that have really started posting and sharing and going on and, liking and finding new people out there on Instagram, you're realizing that these conversations do become genuine when you take that other pressure off of it. And when we're talking about the stress aspect, sorry, I had 3 different parts that I wanted to share about. We're talking about stress and we're talking about the pandemic, right? I have been doing a ton of research. You guys know I've had a whole bunch of hormone issues. I've had so much stuff going on with my stress level. I haven't got my period in 4 months. It's all stress related. Stress in the pandemic is insane. Do you know the 3 top things to decrease your cortisol level, which is what happens when your stress goes up? Daily exercise, nutrition, relationships. The 3 number 1 things. What do we provide with our groups and our support and our team? The number 1 relationship I have is you guys. We wouldn't be where we are if we didn't have this. We have, like Carrie said, the trifecta of everything. And it's for $160. I bought a pair of sneakers yesterday. They were $109. How often do we go out and buy like 10 bottles of wine? I just went to Yankee Candle. I bought 7 candles. I spent $75. But I'm going to be questioning like $100. Like, it's ridiculous at this point when it's coming to our health. And when you can come from those aspects of things and you come to the relatability, who's stressed? I'm stressed. Who can share a story about being stressed? Who can share a story about how what we're doing has helped us?
Mhm.
That's what's relatable. It doesn't have to be a sales of, whatever. How is the nutrition and fueling your body right helping you? Kristen and I were talking. We started tracking. We haven't tracked in so long. It made Lauren and I realize that we're not eating enough. All of these tips are little things that can help our friends and our family members be healthy, which is our ultimate goal. Sorry. That's
Yep.
all.
No. Very valid. Definitely.
So thoughts and questions from you guys.
I guess another question, just when it goes back to the 2 groups, like for instance, I had just someone join. So Erica is in both Camp Burn and the other group. I just don't want to overwhelm a new person. So do I just move her or she is actually posting in both, but do I just keep her that way?
Carrie and I
she
were
knows
talking
something?
a little bit like our MBF people. We said,
Yeah.
let's kind of keep in Camp Burn.
We just
for
still
now.
introduce new people to our Summer Strong as like, hey, this is like a year-long group, but we also, stay in this Camp Burn group.
If
Yeah.
they're gonna do MBF, I probably wouldn't put them in the regular challenge group because in about 2 weeks, we're going to open up a BOD group that's strictly just MBF, so that there's a home for those people who don't have Facebook, and that we can. So that's really, we don't have that yet because that's really set for the customer launch.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
yeah,
there are people that are still going to join us as customers and not necessarily coaches.
Like the July 27th people.
Right.
Right.
So, and we're going to have a prep week too.
Right. So
the OG group.
we can start once it launches, which is 7/27.
Yeah.
We can start adding people to the BOD group, but our prep week is going to start August 3rd, and the first official day is August 10th.
Okay.
And especially with customers, I mean, I know like we've all been doing this, we're used to this. The second we got access, we, did workout 1. It didn't matter that we didn't have the BOD ropes. We didn't need to look into the nutrition, but you had to think if you're getting a brand new customer that hasn't done this, they need to go through the steps of learning about the nutrition, about how they should plan their nutrition for the day. How does BOD work? Where do I find my workouts? What are all the resources on there? They need that time, which is also very good because it will give them time to actually receive their Shakeology or their BOD ropes or whatever before they actually start. So on Facebook, the Flawless Empire has a coach group that is starting its day 1 on the 20th. Okay. So that is just for the people who have the coach access. So whether they're a working coach, a discount coach, whatever, whoever bought MBF can go in that group. And when that cycle ends, that's rolling into their MBF group. But like you said, you're then in so many groups. So We have to keep our Camp Burn going because that group is going to be there for, even August, because as we're talking about this and you have people who are asking you questions, you're putting them in Camp Burn and tagging them in those units so they can see what is the program all about. So that there's always that place to go back to. Our challenge group will be there. There's some of our people who aren't going to do MBF and that's their home. But for the most part, and if there's any working coaches, actually, I think everybody's doing MBF pretty much. Because I was going to say, we kind of have to divvy up. We need somebody really being on top of running the challenge group and the BOD group. There's just so many groups.
But I do like for us, if you have somebody that's a potential for Camp Burn, inviting, that's still a free group. So that's still something to invite to all summer long. It doesn't have to just be about MBF specifically. It's a free group for us. We're adding content all the time. I just put in 2 posts this weekend just for recipes and a watermelon PDF thing and popsicles. We keep adding free content in there for you guys to invite to. And then we also have the challenge groups to invite to as well. We want you guys to keep your focus on inviting these next few weeks. Don't get caught up in I feel like I used to get caught up in we started the program now, so now it's another 3 weeks until I start that invite process. Continuing the connections and continuing the inviting for it, Camp Burn Facebook, and then we're going to transfer over to the DOD group, which I think is going to be an awesome thing because, we're getting a lot of people that don't have Facebook also, and one last thing. Go ahead, Georgia.
Yeah. What is the Camp Burn? Is that the Instagram thing?
That we have a free group.
We have an
Camp Burn.
Instagram version.
Yeah,
we have
cool.
Facebook and Instagram.
Say it again.
So
I don't think I thought when you guys were talking about Camp Burn, I thought you were talking about Instagram. I know I'm in that, but I'm not on the Facebook one. I'm not really sure how the Instagram one's working.
The Instagram one is very similar to the Facebook one, except occasionally I've forgotten to take a post over because you can't schedule on Instagram. But Sandra, we have check-ins in there as well. And what we're doing basically when you're doing your workout, when you post it to your stories, just tag at Team Crush Camp Burn. And then each day I'm posting all the stories. Everybody has access to it, but they were instead of having to go in and do it, if you just tag it, I can just add it to the stories. And then we keep inviting to there as well. All the units are in there as highlights, just like the Facebook one. And then I just have to be a little bit more vigilant of sharing.
It's more of just an MBF sneak peek on Instagram. So, we don't have, you're not purposely putting your people in there. It's your people who aren't on Facebook. So, there's always that disconnect of, I have this info group on Facebook, and it's I'm not on Facebook. And then it's I had to copy and post and send them things. And it's no, now it's okay, just follow at Team Crush Camp Burn. And now you have access to all that sneak peek stuff. And you can tag them, in those posts too. So that's basically what it is.
I don't think I'm in the, I know I'm in the launch group for Flawless Empire, but I don't think I'm in a Camp Burn Facebook group.
Because you missed our call when we talked about it. I don't think you ever watched it. So it's the same thing because Lori's group is the same thing that we are doing. So it kind of started tandem. So,
I just have a question. So just so I'm clear in my head, because I feel like I have 5 different files going in my head right now. So for the Camp Burn, anyone that's interested in MBF, it's still free. We can just add for informational purposes.
Yeah, and they can get the free.
And that's through August.
Through August, okay.
Well, actually, honestly, it's not going anywhere. So even in the fall, if you had someone asking you about MBF, you can still put them
It'll still be there.
Add them in posts.
Okay.
But I do want to actually just get your mind ready too, is we ran that mile a day group in June, which was a huge success. And a lot of people were hoping we would continue doing it. We took a break because we're really promoting MBF. But in August, we talked about igniting that group again. So changing the mile in June to a mile in August. A mile in
Awesome. Okay.
August, because there's so many, we have like 220 something people in that group where, you know, maybe 60 of them came over to Camp Burn. So they're still there. So we're going to bring that up again. And when we do that, not only post about your mile, but also say, hey, first I got, you know, my whatever, my strength training workout in, and then I ran my mile, or I walked my mile, or whatever, because it piques people's interest and they want to be like, well, what are you doing? Because I can't get back to the gym. So it's just a really great and easy way, I think, to keep conversation going with people. And it's not a hard group. Like, it's not, you know, it's pretty, I don't know. So that's our plan.
Yes. And of course, in the message threads too, you know, keep asking. And when you have a new customer, we only have a minute left, make sure that you're giving that one-on-one attention with them as well. Like, I'm finding, like Georgie has said all along, you know, those little private message threads really help. You know, we did it with the 3-day refresh. We have the MBF one going, you know, giving that extra love and that extra attention in the very beginning, because we don't have a prep week right now, is going to be key as well. And don't be afraid to ask us questions. We're all going through it. If somebody has the question, somebody else probably has it too and just hasn't had the opportunity to ask it. All right.
Yep.
Some guys, everybody want to smile real quick? See if I can get one in for a minute. Smile. The best. All right. Have an awesome day, everybody.
Thank you, guys. Have a great weekend.
Bye.
Lauren, we have to talk when we're going to do our little coffee close talk. When do you want to do it? You're in your kitchen right now.
I am in my kitchen, but like everybody's here too. So
It's right. Did you see Sandra's? The whole time Craig was walking back and forth. And I'm like, who is that? Because she was like down lower. And then we did another one, the same thing. I'm like, does he purposely do that?
you know, I think I would have, it's kind of like when you pick up the phone and like all of a sudden everybody needs your attention at the same exact time.
Yeah.
Like everybody. Yeah.
Always.
So.
This is going to jump off.